I did led a tour of Mount St. Helens, and we know it erupted in 1980, but what I want to draw our attention to is 2 years later. In 1982, in a sense, there was a burp in the cone, and a mud flow came out, and it carved a 1/40th scale Grand Canyon in solid rock in one day. A little bit of a mud flow, a lot of damage just from mud. So here's they actually call it the Little Grand Canyon. That was carved in one day from a mud flow. In fact, it actually carved a series of canyons. Now what's interesting, when you look at that, it does look familiar. It looks similar to the Grand Canyon.
It certainly does.
This is actually now the Grand Canyon that we're looking at, and if we go back to Mount St. Helens, this is the series of canyons carved out by the mud flow in one day, and now we put them side by side. Are these two things completely different? No, they look very similar. Well, if one happened in one day from a little bit of mud, why would it take millions of years of the Colorado River, carving those layers, which is actually a silly story. What we've learned from real science, we've observed, we saw this happen. It happened in a day. You could apply that to the Grand Canyon and very easily see how that whole thing could have been carved out catastrophically in a very short period of time, especially if you're talking about an amount of water that was covering the entire continent.